The Alexapure Pro water filtration system finally showed up in the mail. I ordered this on February 8th and it showed up today, March 2nd. I ordered this from Infowars.com, the store.infowars.com actually, to be specific. And I was really disappointed with the delivery time and the response from their customer service. I got to be honest about that. Typically, you order something online, you get it within 10 business days or so, but this took quite a bit longer, and I contacted their support, and they said that they were on back order, and so I understand that. And they said that they would ship the next week. Well, the next week came and went, and they still didn't ship. So I called my Patriot Supply, who is the manufacturer of this unit, and they said that because of things going on across the nation with water supplies being tainted and Flint and all that stuff, they have been in really high demand. So they've been working hard to get them out, and I understood that. And I think I talked to them actually yesterday or day before, and it showed up today. So I'm happy that it finally got here. So when I was originally researching gravity-fed water filtration units, I looked at all kinds of different filtration systems, and it seemed like out of the gravity-fed systems that don't require any electricity, they can work anywhere, which is important to me. The Berkey obviously is the big contender in that market, and then I ran across this Alexapure Pro, and there's also, I think, ProPure, I believe, is a gravity-fed system as well. But I chose the Alexapure for a few reasons. Number one, it's able to, with one single filter, it's able to filter things that the Berkey can't, without buying additional filters. Things like fluoride and arsenic and other heavy metals. The Berkey won't do that out of the box. You have to buy extra filters and put them in to get it to filter those. This Alexapure Pro does it with one single filter, which I think is great. That was a huge selling point for me. Not to mention that this unit is it's a bit cheaper too than the Berkey. So we'll see if you get what you pay for. An independent laboratory test was done by Envirotech Laboratories, and I will link to that down in the description so that you can see what all they tested for. But in reading through their test, it looks like this unit was able to remove 99.9% of volatile organic contaminants, 99.9% of heavy metal contaminants. Some of the heavy metal contaminants it wasn't able to get 99.9% of. I think zinc was probably the worst one. It got 82% of the zinc out of the water. So you'll have to look at that in the report to get the full details of that. But that seems to be typical. It did remove 99.9% of pesticide contaminants, semi-volatile contaminants, disinfectant contaminants like chlorine and chloride, herbicide contaminants, and pharmaceutical drug contaminants that get into your water supply. So it appears to have done a very good job of removing contaminants. And I was only able to find the one independent laboratory test done by Envirotech Laboratories. I don't think there have been any other tests, but if you know of some, please share them with me, because I'd like to see more than one, but it is what it is. So that test is available. It's better than no tests available and them just making claims of contaminant removal. So this unit does claim to remove up to 99.9999% of impurities like bacteria, disinfectants, volatile organic contaminants, and hormones. Filter capacity was another big selling point of why I bought this over the Berkey. The Berkey filters will do 3,000 gallons. An Alexapure filter will do 5,000 gallons. Berkey advertises, since you have 2 filters in there, is that it'll do 6,000 because you have 2 filters. But per filter, you're looking at 3,000 on the Berkey versus 5,000 on this. This system does have the capacity to fit up to 4 filters if you wanted to add additional filters, which increases the flow rate, I'm sure, quite a bit, without sacrificing the water quality. So that's another good point. So let's open it and see what we got here. If I could order this again, I would probably pay the extra 15 bucks difference and order it directly from My Patriot Supply, but just to get it quicker. But InfoWars did have a really good sale on it. As a matter of fact, I looked yesterday on the InfoWars site, and they're having another really good sale on this. They're having some kind of a leap year sale. I paid about $150 for this, and it looked like it was about $129 on their leap year sale. And plus, you can get additional coupons at InfoWars. So now's not a bad time to order if you're interested in having clean water. It's a pretty important thing to have. Put this over here. Okay, so looks like the upper container is flipped upside down inside there. This must be the filter, and this must be the spigot, I'm assuming. So obviously since it's a gravity fed system, water goes in the top, filters through down to the bottom. Looks like there are 4 holes inside the top there for 4 different filters, up to 4 filters. Open the spigot here. The complaints that I've heard about this is that when you initially set it up, you've got to run a few gallons of water through it. The water can be a little milky, I guess, from what I understand. So I guess we'll see. Some people didn't even mention that, and other people mentioned that they couldn't even get it to go away. So that may just be an issue of the water that they're putting in it to begin with. So it looks like I've got 3 of these plugs to plug the other holes, and then this must be the handle for the top of the lid here, and then here's the spigot. Pretty obvious setup so far, so we'll install the spigot here first. Go over to the other side here. I'm right-handed. Okay. We'll put these 3 plugs in. These just set in the holes. You can see they're kind of tapered, So they just set in the holes down in here, whichever holes you're not using. Fill 3 of those. And then it looks like I'm going to need a Phillips screwdriver to put the handle on the top. I'm not super worried about getting this tightened down for now. More interested in just showing the assembly. So we'll just finger tighten it for now. Actually, probably don't even need a screwdriver. You can just hand tighten it. Okay, let's see what the filter looks like here. Looks like there's a nut and a washer in here. That I'm assuming screws on underneath the filter. And the filter comes in a nice airtight packaging here. And it is moist in there, ready to use right away. So there's the filter. So we'll go ahead and drop that in there. And then we'll take the washer and the nut here and screw these on underneath. My mistake, the rubber washer goes on the inside of the top tank. I'm not sure that that really makes a difference, but we'll follow the instructions. We'll put this on first, and then drop it in, and then screw on the nut. I think either way it's getting a watertight seal, so we'll do it their way. Okay. And that's it. Let's fill it up with water and see how long it takes to filter. It holds 2.25 gallons, so we'll see how long it takes to filter that much. Okay, starting the timer now. We'll see how long that takes to filter the 2.5 gallons. So as it turns out, I had some differences in the time that it took for the water to gravity feed down into the bottom tank. And the first time I sent it through, you're supposed to flush the filter, and so you basically fill the top twice and let it run through, and I did that. And the first time it ran through, I checked it after about 2 hours, and it was only about halfway through. And the second time it went faster. So then it was flushed, and then the third time it went a lot faster. So it takes probably about a couple hours to fully feed down into the bottom tank. So when you need fresh water, you want to do it in advance or just keep it topped off. But you don't want to overfill it, because if you've got water in the bottom tank and you fill the top tank completely, it will overflow here in the middle. I didn't test that. I just saw it in the documentation. So, however, the first two flushes, the water did smell kind of funny. They smelled like the filter. But after the two flushes, this third time through, it doesn't smell like the filter anymore, and the water is actually quite pleasing. It's really good. Reminds me of the soft water. My parents have a water softener, and kind of reminds me of that. But it does taste completely different than the water that comes out of the faucet, and it's definitely doing something to it. That's one of the things about buying a water filter that only has one independent review, is that you're trusting your life on the honesty of this company. Obviously, I'm not going to pay to have an independent review done on this water filter. I would imagine somebody will, and so I'm keeping my eye out for that, because I'd like to see another one from a different company with similar results. That would be good. And if possible, even 3 total independent results would be ideal. But we only have 1 to go off of, so you're basically putting your well-being into the hands of the honesty of this company. And until some bad reviews come out, or a bad independent review comes out, sometimes you just gotta trust in that. And I think if this is a company that is very deeply invested in this product, and they've put a lot of money into it and a lot of research and development. So for a company that is as reputable as they are, mypatriotsupply.com is the company. For a company like that to put out a false independent report, I don't really see that happening, because it wouldn't take but one single independent report that showed different results to completely halt their sales. So I don't see that happening. It's probably not likely, so I feel pretty good about trusting in the report that is already out there. So that is the unboxing and assembly and usage of the Alexapure Pro water filter. And thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you like it. God bless. We'll see you next time.